For centuries, the human species evolved and adapted to different scenarios. The main reason for this was survival, or, commonly said, get out. I am stronger. Evolution's purpose was survival, but then people became comfortable. They started to own loads of things, and those things started to provide them happiness. Then houses appeared, letting them have a place to take care of their possessions. Later on, those things weren't enough to keep our friends happy. Now, it took several things for them to be happy again. Then they started to create their own things. Things that helped evolved beings continue to pursue the happiness of having things. They created bigger things that float, things that roll, things that heat, and many, many, many others. Everything you can imagine. And then, everything changed. Since having things was no longer a reason to brag, someone had the brilliant idea to brag about having more than others. A competition began. Now, it only matters who can brag the most. We have to make clear that everything got easily created and it evolved until nowadays. Our friends only had to take profit of things up to their pleasure. So a lot of weird costumes appeared, such as having fun, having leisure time, and making tourism. I don't know what would have happened to society if these things wouldn't have been invented. And well, one thing leads to the other, and that's why me, Sara, I am an evolved Spaniard living in Ireland. Have you understood all this? Yeah, no, neither did I. Yeah, I don't, but this has nothing to do with any of you. Neither with me. I just don't know how I came to this situation. But come on, let's focus. Let's talk about why we're all here. Not here to talk about me. Unfortunately. I know you die of intrigue to get to know me. Or even you're wondering why you're now sitting next to either your friends or relatives or whoever you live with or... Not judging. All grown-ups here, we know what we do. Wonder why you would be sitting there watching an endearing Spanish young lady who's trying her best to make you laugh, but who deep down you feel sorry for. Only in Ireland have I found one of the loveliest and nicest group of people. Because you guys are so nice, it's your turn to say, Asher, you're grand, like. That is what I like about here. Nice people, nice landscapes, nice tea. Oh, and yeah, the drink is also nice. It is a wonderful country! But what I don't like, it's foreign people. But are you not a foreigner living in Ireland? Well, yeah, but I guess I'm used to living in Galway. By the way, I am Spanish, as I said. I have to say that many of you just go for senseless attempts to try to speak Spanish to me. And it just doesn't work, guys. No. It's even worse when they guess you're from the south, they start speaking either Italian or Portuguese to you. Or even they know you're from Spain. They even know the city you're from and they are able to have a perfectly long conversation with you. Yeah, that's grand. But then they mention the conquistadors and it's all lost. Oh, by the way, I didn't understand this the other day, so let's see if you can help me. I got pointed out the other day by a friend of mine that I'm not that Spanish. She literally said,
No, Sarah, I see, like, you're Spanish and all, but you're not that bad.
Gracias, I guess. Oh no, but being honest, I get what she was on about. Usually, and especially in college, when I see French people or Spanish people or Italian people, they are really loud. And they walk around there like, Ireland, this is so nice. I am going to have pizza with my friend Antoine. He's French. Ma che cosa mi ha detto tu? Ma io non so. That was an Italian. Ah, that was funny, wasn't it? Guys, I'm trying my best here. Oh, but fair enough. We can't compare it with the parties you guys have here. Now let me tell you about something. I am referring myself to pranks. Did you hear that? It's what is left of you the next morning. I'm not an expert on this subject, but from the amazing amount of time of 3 years that I've been living in lovely Galway, I feel ready to talk about the Irish species. Leave it to you, mate.
The Irish population can be defined as one of the loveliest groups of people. Studies say that they love drinking tea.
And they have this little guy that will offer you a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Suspiciously in Ireland it rains a lot, but there's no sun seldom. How will our rainbow be created then? And where do the leprechauns come from?
That's top secret, we don't talk about that.
Oh right, sorry, I won't go into more state affairs. Anyway, you all have to agree with me on this. Every Irish person loves their protected species. Pints!
Oh, Kevin, hi, Alice, you. Hi, how are
Yeah.
you? How
What's
are
going
you
on?
doing?
Fine,
I
fine.
haven't seen you so long.
Yeah, I know. How about
Ah,
it, like a week or so?
I know. So how have you been?
Fine. Yeah. Good. Do you
What
mind?
is it? Is something
You
happening?
want to sit over here on this
Oh,
side of the the
yeah,
table?
sure. What?
I don't want to be rude. It's
Oh,
just
you watching the match? What is
I'm
it?
watching the game. Yeah.
Oh, what are
It's
they
just
playing?
it's just football, Gaelic football.
Oh,
I told you about this last week.
oh, but it's not football. Do you know what football
No,
is?
it's the Irish equivalent to football,
Okay. So,
the Gaelic kind.
so what do they do?
Well, it's kind of like they use their hands. They handball a lot in this version of it, and they run around a lot more.
But it's
Uh,
football, so they use their hands when they play football.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
it's weird, I know, but
okay. I see. So that team is better, yeah. So they have more like a higher score, no?
oh, no, sorry. There was a goal coming. It's fine. It's
Oh,
wait. Do you know how it works?
no. Can you explain that to me?
Well, it's like you got goals underneath the bar, and then
Mm-hmm.
over the bar you got the pints. And when you get it
Pints,
over, you get enough for it.
like
Yeah,
a
pints.
pint.
No, pints.
Yeah, like a pint, no?
No.
What do you mean the pint? Like
No.
what?
It's important to me that you know the difference between pints and pints.
Oh, like between pints and pints?
Why did you order 2 drinks?
I just I'm trying to get Irish here. So what are you? So what do you mean, like pints? Like they're playing with a
No,
ball, not with
it,
pints.
it's a measure of scoring, man.
Like what?
Wait,
That's
hold on.
that's.
Wait, hold on. Yeah! Ah! Off the pole.
Oh
Damn!
oh oh. That was unfortunate.
That's Mayo out of the league.
Hmm.
But at least we learned something.
Moving on, another thing we can find in Ireland is the typically denominated drunken fella. Tell me why you would spend €180 on a night out. You're surely having a good crack, but then you fight with your friends, you go depressed as fuck, and the best option for you is to go to Spanish art or Spart, and you sit there and wonder about your existence like, And when someone offers you their help, you drunk as an idiot just go, I want my mommy. Are you my mommy? But you're actually 32. You have to go to work next day, and you know what? Your mommy's unfortunately not here. But I guess it's not the only country it happens in. Let's not forget how a Spaniard likes a good party, how the Italians love to eat pasta, or how French man is happy with his coffee. And throwing stones to collide with others in a really absurd way in order to win points for a fearless Scotsman.
Are you not describing the rules of curling?
Oh yeah, my bad, I love that sport. Well, of course, customs are everywhere. In some countries more and less in others. Here are some examples. If an Iranian offers you something, you will have to refuse it several times. If they insist 3 times, then you'll have to accept it. Something similar happens in small stores, where making a simple purchase will take some time. In the case of New Zealand, there is a dance called haka, which was practiced by warriors before they started fighting. With this, they managed to motivate themselves and frighten their enemy. Nowadays, rugby players from New Zealand do the same to frighten their opponents. If I was the one to be warming up before the game and I see those beasts, I don't dare to run. Okay. Let's all take a breath after all this laughter and meditate. Okay, just go with me. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We must not forget that we're all human and there are many things that unite us. Traveling, for example. Of course, because people love to travel. What, do I like traveling? No, I don't. Why? Well, imagine that you're flying on a plane and you're happy because you're going on vacation to that dreamt destination. You think you're going to enjoy 4 days of rest of your mediocre job that you would love to be fired from. Anyway, you're sitting on a plane and suddenly you're surprised. It's amazing! You can't believe it! Everyone is alarmed around you and you don't know what to do! Suddenly the pilot speaks and says there's a breakdown. A bank of pelicans has intruded on the plane and you think this can't be happening to you. There's no time, you have to run for your life. There will be time later for philosophical questions. The plane starts to wobble and it goes down. The plane makes a forced landing and you calm down safely. Once you've landed, the pilot speaks and says that you shouldn't have landed. Everything was fine. The only wrong thing was the flight attendant that forgot to close the door. Anyway, you start to get depressed and still you don't want that because it's your vacation and nobody's gonna take that from you. So you lay down until further notice of takeoff. You've landed on the exact middle of a motorway, so you look for a nice spot and you just sit. So you imagine you're sunbathing and ordering a margarita while listening to the lovely sound of the sea. Everything is perfect. The cabin crew brings you your drink because they're not busy at all repairing the plane. So everything is great. But then the glass falls on you. You open your eyes and you see that a bunch of pelicans are drinking it from the floor. And you wonder, would there be pelicans in Dublin during winter? Because that's the time you chose to go on vacation. You clearly couldn't have chosen better. And the answer is no. There aren't pelicans anywhere in Ireland, and especially less in winter. But they are quite aggressive to you, so you leave. Now this hasn't happened yet. I don't want to take any risk. Anyway, it doesn't matter who we are, whatever we think, or where we come from. Everyone is unique, and that's fine. Because it makes us special. Culture is very important. Everyone has their own, and that's fine. And anyone who thinks otherwise, it'll be because he's not one of us. Evolved species. Thank you so much for having listened, and have a really good evening, ladies and gentlemen.